Welcome to Module 2 of this Cryptocurrency Bootcamp class. In this module, we'll cover everything you don't need to know. So just about every guide out there that's meant to be beginner-oriented starts the same way. Download your favorite wallet. Okay, immediately this sends panic into someone who's never touched this space before. Questions start firing all over the place. What is a wallet? How is it different than the one I've got in my pocket? How do I download one? Why do I need to download this wallet thing? I thought I was buying Bitcoin. Is this free? Is this legal? Will my wife approve of this? See, this is what I'm talking about. Why on earth would you introduce a completely foreign concept to someone who's already confused or lacking knowledge? It's like inviting someone into your home and slapping them in the face. I just don't get it. Look, wallets are essential to how cryptocurrencies work. But to suggest the very first step is to download it and set one up always perplexed and even angered me. It's not necessary as the first step. Maybe step number 50, but we need to cover much more important things before we get into that. Another thing that people will automatically assume is that you want to be a trader. They'll start your cryptocurrency education by introducing you to cryptocurrency trading. This is also so wrong. Trading is absolutely a part of this space, but it is only a subset of what you need to know when getting started. Even if you plan on being a trader, I highly suggest you understand how to be a cryptocurrency investor first. That way, you have the basics of cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency investing down, and you can expand upon them using trader methodologies. We will not be covering cryptocurrency trading in this class other than the basic functions of exchanges. And for those seeking trading education, we've got a lot of great classes on technical analysis and trading taught by Doc. Okay, so wallets, trading, those are optional. Great to know, but not necessary to get started. What else don't you need to know? Well, for one, another thing I see people talk about when introducing beginners to cryptocurrency is mining. Now, this one really irks me. Mining is intrinsically linked to how blockchains work and why they're special, but you don't need to know anything about how mining works in order to use and invest in cryptocurrency. I think this goes back to the point I made in Module 1 about how nerds kind of get ahead of themselves when trying to explain something. Mining is fascinating in its own right, and certainly one of the compelling features of it is that you can turn a computer into a figurative money printer. But the problem is, mining is so much more complicated and nuanced today than even a few years ago. The simple fact of the matter is that it is extremely hard and expensive to make money with mining. You need to have the capital and mindset to treat it like a business. And quite honestly, there are much easier ways to get return on your investment. Basically, if you're a retail investor just starting out, I'd highly recommend staying away from mining. Maybe get an understanding of it if you want to, but do not fall under the impression that it is easy money or that it's profitable without a huge initial investment. I'd also recommend you stay away from other methods of passive income like staking and masternodes until you get a better understanding of the space. Continuing on that thread, I implore you to stay away from ICOs as a beginner. They represent the highest risk investment in the space because you're investing in something that doesn't have a lot backing it. Essentially, you're backing in an idea and promise to follow through on it. What happens in the vast majority of ICOs or initial coin offerings is that they never get traded. They never meet their promises, and you're stuck with a worthless investment. Until you get more seasoned in the space, don't consider these high-risk investments. Instead, stick to established projects. What you'll come to find is that the crypto market is very diverse and that a few projects dominate the overall market. It's pretty similar to the stock market, but unlike the stock market, most of the wealth is concentrated in the top 10 projects or so. So you can probably guess that the top project is the one you've heard about before, Bitcoin. It was the first cryptocurrency, it's the biggest cryptocurrency, and it will continue to be relevant for the foreseeable future. But the thing is, this market is not about Bitcoin anymore. It's shifted. What you'll find is that a lot of people in this space care only about Bitcoin and what it's doing. But the truth is that the market has many more crypto projects out there. So while it's all well and good to learn about Bitcoin's history, talk about Satoshi Nakamoto, talk about how the blockchain works, talk about how Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency built to use this blockchain technology, comparable to it being the first website launched on the internet, It's not necessary for you to get started. And look, this is how a lot of beginner guides start. They obsess with telling you all this information. And look, don't get me wrong, knowing how to set up a wallet, knowing how to trade, what mining is, how to invest in ICOs, what Bitcoin's history is, how the blockchain works, and just generally what is cryptocurrency, it's all good to know, but it's not necessary. None of it helps you make money in this space when you're just getting started. For that, let's move to Module 3.